So today I'm going to be showing you which banners in Black Clover Mobile you should or shouldn't be summoning for, as this will also cover future banners that we'll be receiving on the global version in the coming months, so make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy. So let's start off with the Season 1 banner, which will feature the Season 1 Yami, the Season 1 Asta, and then the Season 1 Mimosa as well. And I think just to say things straight up, I think this is a 100% yes you should summon for, because all the characters are top tier characters, especially on the launch, and also are very, long-lasting characters that have a lot of longevity within the meta. Also, it's just a fantastic banner to get your account started off with, as, it covers, quite a lot of bases as well, in terms of what you need on your account, as, Blue Yami is a great, blue attacker, Asta is a great red attacker, and then Mimosa is a great healer that can be used for so many things, as well as arena, gear farming, and just a lot of late game content. As well as one of the first limited time events that we'll be getting will be the Noel's Downpour, which Yami and Asta are great, as they both remove barriers on their combined attacks, and which is, is something that's so useful for something like Noel's Downpour, making them a very good, set of characters. Next up is the Red Yami banner, which will be a banner that features alongside the Season 1 banner, and I'm just going to say straight away, he probably isn't a character that you should summon for. It's not that he's a bad character, but, it's just because he isn't necessarily needed on a lot of people's accounts, because you can just summon on the Season 1 banner and hope you get the Red Asta, but if you don't get the Red, Season 1 Asta from the Season 1 banner, you can just go to the Gateway of Reunion and then pick him as a free character. And, as Asta is, a perfectly fine red attacker character that you can just get free on a lot of cases, then, it just doesn't really make Yami worth, summoning for, because then you could just save those black crystals and summoning tickets for, other things that are going to come out in the future. But, if you like him, you think he's cool, which he really is, I've used him a lot and he is a very cool character, then, I see that as a perfectly good enough reason for you to want to summon for him, because, at the end of the day, you should just do what you enjoy the most. Then on the Korean and Japanese, servers, we did have a Fuegoleon banner, but however, I don't think this banner will be coming out, as, he is already in the general SSR pool, so I don't think he'll be a banner that'll be coming out. Which then brings us on to Licht, and his banner, I would say, is probably a must summon for, not necessarily a must summon for, but a banner that I would recommend you summon for, because, the reason you should summon for Licht is because he is really he's the first good green DPS that we get on the game, as, green is the weakest typing in the game in terms of damage dealers, so I think he is a pretty much a must-have, as he is great single target damage, great AoE damage as well, and just crits very consistently as well, and I think he will just make your life so much easier when it comes to doing things like gear farming, as well as, he's also, pretty decent in stuff like arena as well, when, run alongside Raya, but, he will start to drop off quite a bit when Season 2 does come out in, stuff like arena, but, in terms of, other things like gear farming, he will still be, a very consistently great character for you when you're, trying to do a lot of PvE content. This then brings me on to Farna's banner, who is going to be the second member of the Eye of the Midnight Sun that we get, and again, just for similar reasons as, Red Yami, I would say probably not that you don't want to summon for her, because although she is a really good character, she just isn't needed on your account, as if you end up pulling Blue Yami, then you don't need her, as Blue Yami is more than enough for you to, do what you need to do on your account. Although, if you don't end up pulling someone like Blue Yami, then I would say, she could be a perfect character to go for, but just keep in mind that, the first banner after Season 2 is Kiato, who is just an absolute monster, who is going to just be absolutely way better than Farna is, so I just keep that in mind. Then I think the banner that we got after this was a Charlotte step-up banner, which I don't think is going to exist on the Canadian and the global version, because we got a free multi where you get her for free, so I don't see this as a banner that they release, as, there's no point in them releasing something like this, as literally everybody in the entire game has Charlotte, so I don't think this will be the case. Then this brings us on to the next set of Eye of the Midnight Sun characters, which is going to be Raya and then Veto. So let's start things off with Raya, who I would probably say is a definitely no, do not summon, as, he isn't needed, as, if you have already ended up pulling for someone like Licht, then I don't think you really need him, as, he won't be needed, because I don't think you need both of them to, to do the jobs that you need to do in PvE content, and, and also, it's a banner that's very close to the release of Season 2, which is a way more valuable banner, as, there's also, he is a DPS character who will fall off quite hard, just like a lot of DPS characters, thanks to a character called Noel, who will be releasing on the Season 2 banner. Then there's Veto, who, again, is a definite no, because realistically, you shouldn't summon for him for the same reasons as Raya, because he's also very close to the release of Season 2. So you'd want to save for that over, you know, spending all your black crystals and tickets on like a character like Veto. And this is especially the case because although, you know, someone like Raya, who is actually a good character, Veto is not, because he's very mid, and his playstyle is something that is very unique, it's very interesting, but it's also just very awkward and, you know, can't necessarily be executed properly outside of, you know, things like gear farming and whatnot. But as the way he tanks is by doing damage and using his lifesteal effects to recover his lost HP. And when you compare him to tanks such as, you know, Mars and Radius, he is just kind of awful in comparison, meaning, you know, he doesn't have, you know, any use outside of, you know, again, like things like gear farming, as you can just use, you know, someone like the Red SR Aster even in your gear farming as your tank. So yeah, he's not really needed, and again, in Arena, he is once again just nowhere near being a viable option in comparison to your other tanks that you have in the game. On to the next banner, which is the Season 2 banner, which is a 10 million, 1,000 trillion% yes. You should 100, 200, 300% summon on this banner, because it is, honestly, it's the most valuable banner that we've had in the game thus far, as it has the best character in the game, which is going to be the swimsuit Noel. As, you know, when it comes to things like, you know, shielding, damaging, giving characters counters, making them survive for so long, it's unbelievable. She is literally too good for the game, and, you know, she seems like a character that would be, you know, a character that's really released literally months down the line, even from now, and, you know, for something like an anniversary or even beyond that. So, and that's just how good she even is. But then, although Noel is a great character, there's also two other really good characters, especially being the swimsuit Gauche, because this swimsuit Gauche is a great support for the swimsuit Noel, as he can give an all attack buff to your allies, and also can give permanent damage buffs as well. And, you know, the fact that Noel's, you know, shield and damage scales off magic attack, Gauche is just a fantastic supporting unit for the new Noel. Then we should also be getting another step up banner, which is going to be for Vengeance, and I think you probably should. I think this is 100% yes, you should be summoning for this on this banner, because Vengeance is, you know, a character that is still the best, you know, attack support in the game, as, you know, he is a great speed support and increases your allies' attack by a huge amount as well. However, I would say, you know, you probably shouldn't summon on something like this step up banner if you do already have, you know, a character like Vengeance, because, you know, these step up banners are just designed for you to pick up a character that you're currently missing for, you know, a cheap price. Next up, we have Kiato, who is going to be the first, you know, banner, well, one of the first banners after the Season 2 banner, and I would say he probably is a summon, you know, a character that you want to summon for, but I'd say I'm a bit biased because, you know, he is the only character, you know, at the time of his release that can somewhat contest Noel, you know, in terms of damage, as he is a blue character, and when run alongside, you know, characters like Vengeance, he can take out Noel very easily, as this is all due to how easily he can crit, thanks to his ultimate and skill 2, allowing you to build him with max crit damage, allowing you to do maximum damage very consistently. And then we have Kahona, who is going to be the, you know, the character that will be releasing on a different banner alongside Kiato, and I would just say no, simply because, you know, she suffers as, you know, she releases alongside Kiato, so I would say, you know, it'd probably be quite difficult for you to get Kahona as well as Kiato, and, you know, not too long, you know, until Season 3 comes out, there'll be a much better blue healer that you can get for free, so, you know, there just isn't really any need for you to summon for her. On to the next banner, which is going to be the Radius Step Up banner, which I would probably say is, you know, going to be a probably definite summon for a lot of people, as he is a great ring defender that is very useful in a lot of PvE content, and also is a very unique tank, as he is a very fast tank as well. And then, you know, just like the Vengeance Step Up, he's going to be very cheap to obtain characters, so if you are missing him, then I would say 100% go in for him, but if you do already have Radius, I would say you don't need to. You can just save all of your tickets and black crystals for, you know, stuff that are going to come out in the future. Now on to the first probably skippable seasonal banner, which is going to be the Season 3 banner, which I would say you definitely should not summon for, because all the characters, you know, aren't must-haves, especially characters like Vanessa and Aster, so you can just pick whichever one you want from the Gateway of Reunion, which is probably for a lot of people going to be Charmy, as she is probably the best one on that banner, but, you know, still is nothing crazy, but, you know, she at least has, you know, quite a lot more usages than, you know, characters like Vanessa and Aster, so yeah, this banner isn't very valuable. Onto the final banner that is currently airing on the Korean and Japanese version, which is going to be Julius's banner, and this is a 100% must summon banner, as he is the first limited time character, or first, you know, festival character, whatever you want to call it, making him, you know, a very desirable character as well. And, you know, he is also just really, really great as a character, as you can do things like increases allies' stamina whilst decreasing the enemy stamina as well at the same time, as well as, you know, having like a guaranteed stun on his ultimate on enemies as well. He increases his own speed, he does so much, he's really, really good. And he is also the fastest attacker in the game, having, well, outside of the Season 1 Asta. So he is going to be a very, very great character to deal with, you know, the Season 2 Noel, as he is just fast enough and is also of the blue typing, making him, you know, do a lot more damage to characters like Noel as well. So those are the banners I think you should summon on, so let me know your thoughts in the comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!